Overnight sensations, from Soulja Boy to William Hung, Furbies to the soppiest dreams you've ever dreamt, an overnight sensation whips the world into an excited fluster that leaves everyone waking up in crusted sheets. But being an overnight sensation yourself isn't as glamorous as witnessing one. Your mental state is shaken by fame, your friends and family have hands out begging for scraps of an already fleeting fortune, and, as the old proverbs say, if you're a dream-induced orgasm and no one's awake to enjoy it, do you even have any self-worth? However, what happens when your momentum builds over the course of several months of saving the world, where the only thing making you not pop off is government-suppressed journalism and your spandex aren't stained with wetness around the genitals? Well, that's what we call longevity round these here parts. You ain't a one-pump chump, 'cause your deedle is a long-lasting snack for the world to enjoy for years. Or you're just doing your job of cold-cocking terrorists from the future. Anywho, my name is James.
I'm Nicole.
And this is Mostly Speaking Sentai. Oh, yes, friends. Oh, you thought I was going to go the well, guess what? That's not today. That's never again. Yeah, we're switching shit up on you motherfudgers. And you thought today, we thought today, we were going to have a retrospective. There was going to be a little blooper, or not blooper up front, trigger warning, advisement of a timestamp that will be in the notes. But no. We're not talking about our friend who passed away this episode. That'll be down the line because, currently, when we woke up this morning, I was like, hey, we're anxious as fuck because of the current political climate, but we're not going to talk about that today. It's goofs 100 miles per second. Yeah, oh man, that's breaking the sound barrier, my friend who's across from me, and it'll shatter your eardrums and make you cream out of it. We're an orgasm from mouth to ear. Ooh, licking an ear. Oh. It's sexy, guys. That's an androgynous zone. It is two co-hosts whose name is my queen, my harlot, Nicole. Yeah, you my harlot, girl. You my hussy. Yo, hussy, you wants to guss me. What kind of sexual thing would gussing someone be? Making them forced to be in military school and then go to public school, but still act like you're in military school, but they're a scared little simp-ass motherfucker. A Gus Griswold from goddamn Recess ABCs? Nicole, how are you today?
Not doing well.
She was shaking her head this entire time, acting like she wasn't in the room where it happens. Mm-hmm. Someday we should try to do this on a CCTV, a closed circuit television. So I'm in one room, you're in another. Mm-hmm. Just better sound that way. I'll be in the closet, and you'll be out here.
No.
Where it happens, but you don't want to talk about your wonderful week so far.
No, I'm not. I don't feel goofy today. I am depressed.
I'll get you there.
So, for a fucking varying number of reasons, like at this point, the election isn't even like registering on my scale of things to worry about.
It's mainly how to get that paper.
Yeah.
It's mainly which goose you should catch at the park later today. Because there's a few that are ripe for the catching, listeners. But Nicole's just going back and forth like, oh, do I get the one with the orange around its neck? Or do I get the one that looks like someone's dog who the owner left?
It's just a dog.
No, you can see it in the goose's eyes. And on their, like their cowering fur around them. And when they shake out their fur, also like that necklace around their neck.
Yeah.
that has an address and a phone number but scratched out poorly.
Yeah.
So this goose can't be brought back to, I guess, the zoo they're from. And they have such sharp teeth, like
or
these
it's
canines.
just, it's just tagged for science.
Oh, that could be it too. And it's wagging its tail. It's a strange looking goose.
Just bringing you sticks from the lake.
Yeah, it catches very well. But I don't like making it catch because it looks cold.
Yeah.
Because the lake is cold now.
But it does like bread.
Yeah. And it
Like all gooses.
Normally gooses have like these weird, like, you've seen goose poop before, right? These are just big old dumps.
I mean, it just looks like bird poop, but bigger.
But until I met this goose, I have never had a geese hump my leg before.
Yeah.
And just jack spermies everywhere.
Oh my God.
I'm kidding. The goose don't do that. Only an egg. Yep. How do geese have sex? How do birds have sex? Is it just them coating the egg in sperm, or is it them? Do they have sex and then that's how the egg gets fertilized? Because don't fish do it like that? They just spray a mist and it goes on the eggs. Who knows, listeners? My co-host does, and she's just winking at me saying, I'll never tell. Nicole.
What?
I was scooting to do an Amazon return because I thought I was going to try and fraud them by saying, oh, it never showed up. But when it did show up, I had buyer's remorse. And I was like, I'm not even going to attempt to do this. This product is not worth doing that. So I returned it to them. They still haven't gotten back to me after 2 weeks. So I'll be messaging them shortly.
You definitely should.
On my way there, I was scooting the entire way because ya boy can't afford train fare. So going there, I think I was on Clark. So a busy street, a lot of traffic, and I pass, it looked like maybe a Starbucks in, a building with a bunch of other businesses.
Sure.
For people not in the city, think a strip mall, but in the city. And there's apartments above the strip mall.
Uh-huh.
So I'm going, and I look, and there are 3 women, maybe around our age, maybe at youngest 22. They're sitting on the ground. It was a pretty cold day. It's not like it was summertime out. This was late September, early October. Oh, wait, no, it would have been October. It's November already. One of them is laying on their side, like straight on their side, not like curled up in a ball.
Like planking.
Yes, planking on their side.
Sideways.
Sleeping. Their head is, there's nothing under their head. Their head is just at,
concrete.
a 45-degree angle on the concrete. And their friends are just like having a laugh, like talking. And I'm like, this is broad daylight. I could see like, oh, they're hungover or they're drunk if this were way late at night or very early in the morning.
Yeah.
But they're it looked like they were on their break from Starbucks, just having a good time, one of them sleeping. I don't know why they were in this situation. It's not like this was Black Friday waiting for a store to open. This was in the middle of the day. I don't know. I was confused.
Did you want to talk about the ladder?
That's an Engage with Nicolas Cage. We've never talked about that on this show. Guys, listen to Engage with Nicolas Cage over on patreon.com/MLM pod to figure out what's this ladder. You've heard of the hatch, but where's the ladder? And what's the ladder? What's in the ladder?
And what's the former?
The former, the hatch?
Yeah.
Oh, that's from Lost. There might be a ladder going into the hatch. That is possible, guys, but that's not the ladder we're talking about. Oh, you said the former because of the ladder. Okay, I get it.
Took you a minute to get there.
Yikes, spikes. I'm Sonic the Hedgehog. I got a thick dick.
Oh my God.
He does. Have you ever seen pornography with Sonic in it? And he's just giving it to Sally Acorns, and she's like, I'm a squirrel. And
is that just like what you do all day when I think you're editing shit? You're just actually looking up porn of different pop culture icons?
No, when I'm masturbating, sometimes I look up porn.
Sonic porn!
I mean, I've never done Sonic porn, but I've been interested in enough. Or when you're just scrolling the main page, you'll see stuff from different franchises. Just say, oh my God, in the mic, Nicole. Yeah, so I've done that. Been there, did it, baby. What would be the greatest pop culture pornography? What's one that you would say, like, either this would be insane if there was, so I need to see it out of just like a train wreck, or not a car wreck fascination, rubbernecking? Well, you're getting some rubber in your downstairs neck. Or just, oh, wow, that'd be super hot.
I don't know.
Well, that gets us into, actually, a segue into the game we want to play. We want to be goofy today. We want you to laugh with us instead of at us. No.
Mike Wazowski and Sully.
Okay, it's there. You can find it. I think Mike Wazowski either has like a slender...
I think and I'm saying for both of those options.
Having sex with each other?
No, that like it's bonkers, but also hot.
Oh, okay, hell yeah. He's so big and burly, voiced by John Goodman. And the other one's like, you are marvelous. So... This goes very well into the game of goofs I want to play, a classic from this show. We haven't played it since maybe Monse and Courtney's second appearance on this show. We're playing a good old-fashioned of Finger, Marry, Kill. And I sourced these, and no one knew what they were being sourced for. I said, hey guys, what are some notable or your favorite pop culture trios? And people responded. So are you ready for this, Nicole?
No, I'm not.
Well, let's start out. It's because I didn't explain what this was for. People were just giving us things that we kind of don't know. But first was It Takes Two to Toku. They said the Three's Company lads. You got blonde-haired lady, you got brunette lady, and you got that Fae man, even though he's a false Fae operative. Holy shit. He's pretending to be gay so he can live there. That makes no sense. If they're like, oh, I don't want a man living with two men because I think it'll just be a constant threesome. But like that mindset,
what?
That's the plot line of Three's Company. Their landlord doesn't want them they don't want two women and a man single living together. So he has to pretend to be gay around the landlord. I'm 99.9% positive.
My confusion is with you saying that the alternative was three dudes living together.
Oh, did I say three dudes?
Yeah.
Oh, I meant two ladies and a dude.
So you're saying that a straight man, like, it shouldn't matter.
Yeah, what I'm saying is if someone is so intolerant or so like fucked in the head to be like, I don't want this debauchery to go on, but it's like, oh yeah, I'm cool if he's gay. Someone with the latter or the former mindset should also have the same mindset for the former or latter. You know what I mean? They should be thinking on the same page for both.
So you're saying if it was two dudes and one lady, that the lady should be gay?
I mean, yeah, under his thing. But what I'm saying is if this man wanted...
Which, yeah, checks out.
This man, the landlord, said, you cannot move in. I don't want two ladies living with a straight man. So he pretends to be gay. However, why can't a straight man live with two ladies? If you think there's nothing going on besides debaucherous sex in that situation, that same kind of person would also think if just a gay man is living with two ladies. He's like, oh, I'm bringing over men and just, wait, who am I trying to sound like? Snagglepuss or Paul
I don't
Lynde?
Watch the fucking show, so I couldn't tell you.
Paul Lynde and Snagglepuss aren't in this show.
No, I'm saying I don't know what the landlord's deal is. I haven't watched the show. Maybe they're like, I just don't want people who are in a relationship or might be in a relationship in the future to live together because that's a fucking nightmare to deal with when your tenants are
that makes sense.
Together.
Wow. Yeah, who knows? But Nicole, finger, marry, kill. Which one? You got blonde, you got brunette, and man.
I literally don't care. I don't know any of these characters.
I'm gonna kill the man because he's really a straight white man. And he sounds a lot like Dipper Pines. Like maybe like an older version of Dipper Pines. And then marry brunette, finger the blonde.
Cool.
And then, yeah, we shouldn't have even done the Three's Company one because we don't know. And then Steve F said Spock, Captain Kirk, and McCoy.
Don't know who those people
They're
are.
from Star Trek. I know who Captain Kirk and Spock are. I don't know who McCoy is. So, with that being said, I'm going to kill Captain Kirk. I'm going to marry Spock and finger McCoy because, hey, man, I don't know who McCoy is. What if he turns out to be bad? I don't want to be with him forever. No, I'm just going to finger bang and jet.
Why would you murder him then?
Oh, because I know Captain Kirk is a dickling because William Shatner.
Okay.
Then, these are, we're getting into some good stuff. This is what Tokyo Live said. Aqua Teen Hunger Force. Finger, marry, kill. You got Meatwad, Master Shake, and Frylock. I think I know now, yeah.
Marry Frylock, finger shake, and kill Meatwad.
Oh, dang. And this was going to be my reasoning, then realized once you said it. I'd marry Frylock, kill Master Shake, and finger Meatwad because I was like, well, Meatwad's the only one in this situation you can finger, but his shake hole you could finger.
No, well, I was thinking because Meatwad has like a childlike mentality, it seems like it'd be morally fucked up to finger him.
Yeah, I guess. We'll get into that later.
No, we won't.
Then the Birdman trio. It's Harvey Birdman, attorney at law.
Okay.
Peanut and Bird
Don't know
Girl.
what that is. Don't know what that is.
Oh, Peanut is his
They're
assistant.
all from the show. Okay. His name is Peanut?
Yeah, and then
okay.
Bird Girl is the eye patch guy's daughter who he wants to have sex with when she's Bird Girl.
Sure.
And she has to be like, oh, it's so creepy.
Marry Peanut, finger Bird Girl, and kill Harvey Birdman.
Oh, wow. I think ours is completely different. I'm going to marry Birdman because he's got a nice job. I'm going to finger Bird Girl because warm and moist. And then
wow.
3, I'm killing Peanut because he loves to play pranks and he's too much of a scamp.
Yeah, it would be fun.
Oh my God, you're into scamps, I guess.
Have you met yourself?
You would love Charlie Chaplin because he was the scamp. And now we're going to change this up. Because we have the Eds, Ed, and Eddie.
Hate it.
We're going to do, instead of finger, marry, kill, we're going to do French, marry, kill. And now what you're thinking, oh, James, you still shouldn't be Frenching adolescents. No. We're drenching them in French dressing. They're getting the French drench. So, who would you drench French? Who would you marry? And who would you kill?
I don't know. I honestly, think all of them are fucking annoying.
Oh, whoa.
But I guess, Double D is, the least annoying. And then...
Wait, then what?
French, I think his name is Eddie.
The one who's always coming up with the schemes?
Yeah, because he would hate it.
Okay.
And then murder the other one.
A single D? Oh, dang.
Yeah, because he's the most annoying.
Okay, so I would kill Eddie because he's just like a scheming little weasel. I would marry Double D because, big old titties. And then I would French drench Single D because he would fucking love it.
Yeah.
And I bet a single drop wouldn't even get on him because his mouth would open so wide, unhinged jaw, and just all the French would go right into his gullet.
Absolutely.
That's a good episode of Ed, and Eddie. All right, and then same applies. French drench, marry, kill, the Powerpuff Girls. And we're talking the 3. We're not going with Bunny. We're not going Bullet. We're not going new Powerpuff. That's in the new series. And no, we're not going to include the Professor because even though he was Powerpuffing somewhat a Powerpuff Girl, and not that time Princess was almost a Powerpuff Girl.
Okay, well, first instinct is to marry Buttercup just because she's like a badass, and French Blossom and murder Bubbles, but I don't want to murder Bubbles though.
Okay.
But I don't want her to get covered in French dressing either.
See, I know a lot of people would be like, oh, well, James.
Unless like you're into that, I guess that could be hot. I don't
getting
know.
covered in Drench?
Yeah.
I want this. Even though I don't want to do this, kill Buttercup. Marry Bubbles. And just because I hate Blossom so much and I know she would hate this, just cover her in fucking French dressing.
Mm-hmm.
Just fuck her. I'm looking at her right now on an embroidered hat Nicole got me for my birthday. Hate her.
Mm-hmm.
She's the worst.
She's not that bad. Jeez.
Out of the three of them, yeah, she is the worst. I'm so intelligent. I read a book a second. Shut up, you elitist bitch.
Oh, so you're just mad because she can read fast and
No.
you read slow.
I don't read slowly. I read at the length I need to read. All right. Next we've got...
We figured it out, guys.
This one's from Rudy and I like it. We have Mary, Kate, and Ashley Olsen. I had a laugh with that one. Rudy's funny. From Hit It and Crit It. Okay. Corey came with a good one. Legolas, Gimli,
Don't know.
and
know.
Aragorn from
Don't know.
Lord of the Rings. So I want to change
Pretty
this
sure
up.
Aragorn's a dragon.
I think you're thinking of Puff, the magic.
No.
Okay.
No, but isn't there a movie called like Aragorn?
I think
And it's
so.
a dragon?
Maybe it's Aragon.
Maybe.
Who knows?
Actually, Legolas is like the elf, right?
Yeah. Gimli's the dwarf. Haven't you seen
I don't
these
know
movies?
who that is. No.
Oh, yeah, we had this conversation. Your brother got into them after you left the house. Okay. Instead of Frenching or fingering, we have fellowshipping. We have, instead of marry, we're going to Mary Pippin them. And finally, it will still be kill, but in like a mythical way. So with like magic or a sword.
I already forgot what you said, so I'm just going to say that what we've been doing. Marry the dragon.
Okay.
Finger Legolas and kill the other guy.
The dwarf. Okay. I guess I'll kill the dragon. Or you want to know what? I'll fellowship the dragon because I want to fellowship with him. I'll marry and Pippin, I think Gimli because he already is, and then I'll kill Legolas with what's
Magic.
I'll burn him in a tavern. So which makes it mythical.
Sure.
So I'm performing arson on an inn and tavern in like Minas Tirith, and he dies that way. All right, and Nicole, we just got two more that I came up with. The starter Pokemon, Charmander,
No,
Bulbasaur.
that's fucked up.
Okay, fine. We'll evolve them to Charizard, Blastoise,
No, that's fucked up.
and Venusaur. I always forget Ivy's mix up.
Squirtle.
No, Blastoise. What's
Pikachu.
Oh, you no. Is it Ivysaur or Venusaur that's the third one? Don't fucking at me. I really don't care.
Oddish.
Okay, so you'll finger Oddish.
No.
Finger them into the ground around soil.
No.
Yeah, that's how they live.
Oh, no.
They're a little bulb. What I will do is I will kill Charizard because he's a little bitch ass. He's like, oh, I'm spoiled as fuck. You don't have the right number of badges. Oh, I only go out with people who have the greatest material possessions. Nyeh. Fuck jobber. I will then marry Venusaur. Venusaur. It has to be Venusaur. And then I will finger those or fist those big ass Blastoises. Oh, yes, cannons, and then they squirt out, and I'm like, yeah, it's fun in the sun. And it's squirting all over my husband, Venusaur, because then that's how he grows and comes up as powerful.
I would Okay, so I'm going to do my own version then.
Okay.
I would...
Your version is just fucking fuck.
Wow. I would keep the one as a pet. Bulbasaur as a pet. I would kiss Squirtle on the dome and murder Charizard or Charmander or whatever the fuck that one is.
All you have to do is ring out Squirtle above him.
Oh no.
Yeah. And by
or
that,
just pees on him.
Yeah, or you tickle him and he giggles so much bubbles pop out and extinguish Charmander's flame.
Or just make Charmander really sad.
Yeah.
And his flame goes out.
Oh, no. He didn't, his flame didn't go out in the TV show just because he was sad. He was in the middle of a rainstorm. He was like being weathered.
Well, I'm saying he would kill himself.
Oh, he just jumps in a pool?
I'm sorry.
He just jumps in a kiddie pool and he's just like flopping around in it, trying to drown himself. And it's like, you don't need to drown yourself. Just like, even just dip your tail in the bottom, out like a light.
But no, I wouldn't murder any Pokemon. They're so cute. Even the ugly ones.
You would just drive them to suicide.
No. No, I wouldn't.
Because, sorry, the courts have...
It was for the podcast.
The courts have made it clear that is murder still. I think manslaughter, unless you're like truly saying you need to kill yourself, do it in a live chat or something.
Or like a cult.
Yeah. God, we got to start a cult. Then we'll get a documentary about us.
Maybe if we're lucky.
I mean, they're running out of cults. So that actually is a good idea. We don't make it gross or anything. We just say we're a cult. We get a lot of people in it and then say something crazy happen and then a documentary happens. And yeah, it'll end up being shitty, but people will still be like, oh, we should check out MLMpod.com. And oh, this cult, you better believe the Tokusatsu Network, a proud podcast partner of us, they're not going to be a part of it.
Are we going to talk about the episode or what?
Oh, yeah, girl, today.
I'm pretty sure we just like lost half of our listeners.
No, we didn't. This is what people like about us. We got Case File 9 of Time Ranger entitled The Don's Melancholy. In this episode, the Time Ranger are starting to really pop off in popularity after a news article, a journal entry, was written about them. And they say, oh man, we gonna be famous. And they're like, no, we still need to remain nameless, faceless, nameless, just like a ghost. Then... Dolnero, he's like, oh man, we need to make money. And then they resurrect a friend of his that is a copper of no less. And there's turmoil within the family. So Dolnero makes it so he goes frozen again and all is good. Time Ranger.
That was mostly speaking Sentai.
Bye-bye, guys. Check out patreon.com/MLMpod. Well, let's get into notes now.
Okay.
Nicole, if you were a superhero, would you conceal your identity? Or would you be like a Iron Man, a Fantastic Four, a Professor X?
Yeah, I would.
You would conceal?
Yeah.
Conceal, don't feel, baby. How come?
Because I don't want people up in my shit. Like, I already don't like people interacting with me. So, like, that would just make it worse.
Oh, okay. I think about this all the time because I'm like, I wish I had superpowers so I could kill a specific homegrown terrorist group within America.
Yeah.
That, hey, you guys know our political leaning, so you already know which one. They're from the South, and they wear sheets. So I think about that constantly.
That's where they originated, but they're fucking everywhere.
Oh, yes, of course, yes. So pretty much... I'm like, well, even if I didn't conceal my identity, I would want all the superpowers. So I would be able to like put up force fields at all times. So if someone tried breaking into the apartment.
Well, you didn't say we get to just choose our superpower.
Okay. I wish there was
You said. That's not what you said. You said if you had superpowers.
Okay, well, what superpowers would you want? I should have went with that first. Damn it.
Just answer the fucking question, bro.
I guess because most superpowers you have just like a limited amount. You can't be all powerful unless you're God. I would conceal my identity. I wouldn't want you being harmed for my vigilantism.
Yeah.
Would you tell me that you are that superhero?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't think I would, because as a superhero, I would plan on murdering people. So I wouldn't want you to have that in your mind.
Right.
I would tell you on my deathbed, though.
Sure.
Unless I died in the field of duty.
Or if I die before you.
Yeah.
Then I would never know.
How it should be. Yeah. That's my first note.
Dope.
What you got, Nicole?
The bad guy in this episode is called Corrupt Officer Arnold K.
I wonder if that's a reference to something.
Possibly. I do not know. This one, the monster design, no offense, but it looks like they just took the front part of like some sort of a like two-wheeled motor vehicle, like a motorized, like a like a moped or like a dirt bike, and they just took that piece off and that was its head, and then they just like painted the face onto it.
I think it's because he was an officer, so he's supposed to look more
so it looked
governmental,
like a motorcycle front.
Yeah.
Because they drive those sometimes.
Yeah.
Ayase is taking a driver's test.
Mm-hmm.
And the driver instructor is like, oh, you don't never driven before, eh? Well, you're pretty good at it. And he's like, uh-oh.
Yeah, because he says, you're very good. You must be driving without a license.
Yeah.
Which doesn't make sense. It's like, if you're not practicing for a test, you're going to fail it. And it's not like you can practice driving just by looking at a video game or a simulator. You need to have on-hand experience. There's a learner's permit. That'd be like going to a karate heat or championship, beating the shit out of someone with like proper etiquette and technique, and then someone saying, oh, you've been fighting without a black belt, huh? And it's like, that's what I'm here to get. Of course I am.
It's just to like add
suspense.
Yes, thank you. Suspense to the fact that they're trying to fit in.
Yeah.
From being from the future.
Ooh, Phil.
But it doesn't really work.
I think it does enough.
Okay.
Because then he starts going, oh, I just pulled the clutch. What should I do?
Then Arnold is like trying to rob people from their cars, saying you're parked illegally, and they're like, I'm at a stoplight, and he's like, I don't fucking care, give me your money.
It's such a short con.
Yeah, I was like, you're
not going to make enough money doing this unless you get people's credit cards and they can like you can wipe out their account.
I was like, this corrupt cop is bad at being a corrupt cop.
Yeah.
Because he's also just like doing it in the middle of the day.
Maybe because he thinks, oh, I'm above the law and from the future, so it's not like they could even arrest me.
I guess.
Because if you're not in the system, you can't be arrested. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. It's just like no thought was put into this character.
Yeah. I will say and agree with that. Because it mainly seemed more of, hey, he's a friend, and seeing the relationship between Guillen, Leela, and Dolnero, how they interact with each other is what they wanted to show, opposed to, like, they could have made this character anything and then just said, like he's a friend.
They literally didn't give a fuck about this character at all. They just needed it.
For a plot point.
For their character growth.
Yeah. Which I'm fine with, I guess.
Yeah, sure.
No, he calls corrupt cop Arnold K. Let's call him AK, baby. he needs to fix his gun because it was broken in battle, and then says to Gien, "Hey, Goldie boy," and throws it. And I was like, oh man, I wish my name was Goldie boy, but I'm not gold. So Nicole, can you start calling me Pinky boy?
No.
Can you start calling me the palish one?
Because you got that pink dick.
Oh, no, I don't, Nicole. It's pale as fuck. It's like someone, you saw a ghost and all the blood got drained from my dick. That's how pale I am. You ever seen the moonlight? That's my dick color. If you were
it glows, it's so pale.
I know. It's glow in the dark minus the green hue. If we went down spelunking, I'd just whip out my boner and we'd be able to see those creepy crawlies on the ceiling. They couldn't see me and my white ass dick though.
Yeah.
If you are in a car crash and you go to the bottom of the lake and it's nighttime, you want me in there. Even if I'm dead, I give consent to anyone. If I die in a car crash and you
whip your dick.
Yes. It will not. You can explain like, oh, he has a luminescent penis. The Tokusatsu Network.
Oh,
proud
yeah,
podcast
baby.
partner.
Proud.
I don't need to worry about in a haunted house, me getting turned around. No, I'm getting turned on. My dick glows. Santa Claus is coming to my town.
Oh, no.
And making sure I'm lead reindeer.
Oh, my God.
You didn't see where that was coming and going. Except I'm just like fashioned, like I'm just like sitting on Donner's head with my penis out.
No, I don't like that.
And I say,
I just
onward,
thought
Donner.
the mouth part of the heart is just like went around your crotch.
Wait, say that? Oh, okay. No, actually, this is what I wanted. You know how there are pretty women with bosoms out on a boat? I want that, but with
what?
on a pirate ship.
What pirate ship?
All the pirate ships. There's like a beautiful woman on the front of the boat. Not a real woman, like etch-a-sketched.
The mermaid that is the mermaid carving.
Yes. So picture that. I'm not on the sleigh. I'm like tied to the chest of a reindeer, penis thrusted out front.
Penis first.
Yeah, and oh my God, this is Pissmas especially.
Oh.
That's a new plot point in Pissmas.
No, absolutely not.
Your penis is. I will tell everyone. Make sure you're keeping your penises away from light, away from the sun. I will tell them, if you go in to a sunbathing, what's the thing? A tanning bed. And I don't think any of our Pissmas guests will do that, but they need to wear that. They need to practically jack off with suntan lotion, put a Speedo on, then put a lead coated Speedo on to make sure their penis is as white can be. So it glows in the Pissmas moonlight. How did we even, the palish one. But we find out that...
Wait, real quick. The gold guy,
Gien?
when he gets mad, his eye flaps open and they're red and it's fucking terrifying.
Very. Especially when it's a close-up and he does that.
Yeah, that scared me.
Nicole went, "I never," and then fainted like a southern belle.
You had to get smelling salt.
Yeah. But we see that Dolnero gives Arnold K an attachment. What's up?
That's really far ahead of
that's
mine.
all I got.
Well, I just wanted to say, Arnold K has a gun for one hand and just a claw for the other one.
Yeah.
But the claw, when it's closed, looks like a circle. So it's not good.
No, I think the claw, when it's closed, looks like a handcuff.
Oh, okay. It's fucking huge, though.
Hey, some people have big wrists. Or maybe it can, they can't show it, but it can get tighter. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I guess. Because then you see them, they put out, spike things in the road to block cars from getting through to try to rob more cars.
I'm going to the highway just to rob me a car.
gun gets fucked up because don't like the Time Rangers like fuck it up or something.
In the beginning, they do, I think. But then when all is said and done and the last battle, Gien and Leela are going to kill Arnold K because they're like, this dude is fucking with our system. He's coming in and causing a rift between us and the boss, and he's kind of just a dick. That's his thing.
The whole episode, Arnold is just kind of like
antagonizing them.
Yeah, antagonizing them and trying to like get Dolnero. He's kind of just like, hey, Dolnero, forget these fucks. We're gonna have a sick castle.
Yeah. Oh, also, Dolnero's been making a model of a castle, a fortress that he's going to make on the top of the globe when he inherits the world. But he gives Arnold K. Dolnero an attachment that will make his gun stronger. Mm-hmm. So they're fighting the Time Ranger, and then Gien and Leela are far away about to shoot him, and then as
in the bushes,
Arnold K. goes to pop off on red time, that it explodes, the gun does, and he's phased by it, and Gien and Leela are like, whoa, what the we didn't do that, what was that? So of course the Time Ranger make quick of Arnold K. to the point where them getting and forming Alpha Robo, Time Alpha or whatever it's called, is so much longer than the actual battle.
Yeah.
And they go back to the fortress, their base, and they're like, hey, what was up with that? And Dolnero says, oh, I fucked with his gun because the bond between mercenaries are stronger than old friends. Mm-hmm. And they're like, oh, that's great. And then they leave, and he said also to himself, being frozen is better than dying because they would have killed him. So he was being nice to an old friend, not just double crossing him, but also showing that, oh, when all is said and done, people who are career criminals will be better than someone who is a fucking corrupt cop, which I guess is also a career criminal, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, so even Dolnero, like, fucking hates cops, so.
Yeah. Get it. Then a reporter who we will learn more about asks them, because there's a lot of press around the Time Ranger now. She finds them and she's like, oh, who are you guys? And they say, no comment. And she's like, I knew it. And then we flash to the government talking, and they're like, oh, people are asking if the Time Ranger are a covert police unit. And they say, oh, just say no comment, thinking, well, they're both using the same language. They must be intertwined, but they're not, guys. And then Ayase gets his license. They make a toast, and then he drops his champagne glass, and he's like, oh, and leaves.
And he gets real sweaty.
Yeah, and it's explained that it's tears of joy, and he didn't want anyone to see him crying. That's not the real reason, though.
Yeah, I was going to say no, because he was like clutching his heart.
Yeah, because he's so joyed. He's like, yes, I
and
did
real
it.
Sweaty, and left their room, and then just like slumped down on the ground. So
if I ever blow up
joy,
and my music gets like in one day like 1 million streams, you better believe I'll be clutching my chest and sweaty because that's tears of joy.
Okay.
I'll be so happy. I would cry, like when this pays off, you better believe I'll cry tears of joy. Mm-hmm. And that's all I got today.
Same.
What'd you think of the episode?
It was okay.
I enjoyed the stuff with Dolnero and family, but just the actual fight scene, just cut it. You don't need that bullshit. Yeah, you need it to pad time, but
true.
Skip over it. If you guys are going to plan on watching it, just do a 1.5 speed throughout that entire part. Or if you're watching on Shout Factory on a web browser, do a ×2 speed through that entire part.
Yeah.
And that's all I got, Nicole. What you got to plug?
Go to darlinghomebody.com for creepy cute stuff. Follow Darling Homebody on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and TikTok, and patreon.com/darlinghomebody for a monthly sticker or magnet.
Yeah. Hey guys, please check us out on that other Toku podcast. Last week's episode, we reviewed Shin Kamen Rider with them. It was a great time. Check it out. We'll also be guesting on another podcast next week, but I don't want to say it yet, just in case something falls through, but everything is a go so far. So be on the lookout for that. And please go over to patreon.com/MLMpod, where you can get exclusive Patreon podcasts, which starting this week, The Podcast That Be. That's TC and I's spinoff of What the Hellmouth, where we are reviewing at least the first season of Angel. The first episode drops tomorrow, the Friday that this comes out, November 6th. So check that out. Please sign up for it. If you want to support this podcast, that's the best way to do it. Even if it's just at the $1 tier, you'll get a couple episodes of talking about Beyblade, I think, and news, other stuff. But at the $5 tier, you'll get a lot of podcast material. We've been releasing one episode a month since April. Or a week, I apologize. There's a lot of shit, like a bunch of shows.
Yeah.
So please, go over, check that out. It's the only place you can find it is on patreon.com/MLMpod. That's all I'm going to plug this week.
Okay.
And speaking of Patreon, oh my God, things have been crazy. So I forgot to do this on What the Hellmouth, and I apologize for that. I'd like to give a big shout out to our $10 patron, starting with Steve F, aka Hit People Guy, hey! Eric Berry of Ranger Command Power Hour, Alex Z, aka The Waz, Orion, aka Defo, which you heard a song of his last week at the end that I collaborated on, Kayla, aka Two Grapes, Duo Grun Fox, that's two grun for the price, or wait, that's two fox for the price of grun. Tyler Wright, past guest, our best friend, a.k.a. Burvey, and Elliot W., a.k.a. at Garlic Sunshine over on Instagram. He did a very nice fan art of Corwin and I. It was beautiful. But that's it. I've been James.
I'm Nicole.
And we've been Mostly Speakin' Sentai. Hey, Franklin, I love you.
I love him more.
Oh, my God. If it wasn't almost an hour on the recording, I would fight you on this. Oh, we miss you, dude. As always, bye. This has been a Marshland Media production, produced by James McCollum. For more content, please visit MLMpod.com. To support our network and have access to exclusive podcasts, head over to patreon.com/MLMpod and sign up today. I want to do like the presidential march.
That's for getting married. That's Here Comes a Bride, you dingus.
Then what's the presidential one is very similar, isn't it? Nope. This is a blooper. Okay, I'm just gonna do. What?
I could tell you the opening to a movie where it goes na 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 na.
No, but that doesn't. We'll just go.